If you don't give your social security number, forget your bills. You can pay your bills for 18 years straight, 19 years straight, no problem. That's not what they need. They need your social security number. Hi, this is Brian. Just coming to you today from my living room here in Harrisonville, Missouri. Just wanted to just ask you a question. This is a very simple question. What is more important than money? Well, there's a lot of things more important than money. We can think of several things. I asked my wife earlier today, what's more important than money? She says, Jesus. That's the right answer. Of course, that's always the right answer. Jesus is more important than money. He gives us our heart, our life, our breath. He's awesome. So truly awesome. Creator of all. Health is important. What a gift that is, right? That's super important. More important than money. Family is more important than money. Great time. Thanksgiving we just had, and then of course holiday season coming up. Family's huge. Friends it's awesome. If you got friends, praise the Lord. That's a great thing to have. And what about, well, love? Love is a very important thing to have. Love is huge. The love of God, love for others. Great command: love God, love people. And so, how about peace? Peace is good. A peace, the Bible can give us a peace that passes understanding. And so all those things are really important. But I want to talk to you about something else that is not as important, but is more important than money, I found out today. And that is your personal identification. Your personal ID is more important than money in some cases. And in this case, the case I'm going to share with you today, it's more important than your credit score. It's more important than 18 years or 19 years of paying your bills on time. It is important. It's more important than even earnest money, and it's having your social security number in the city of Harrisonville. And the reason I want to share that is because this is obviously a big deal to me. It's a point of principle. I think many of us give our social security numbers out pretty loosely, and it's not a good idea to do that today, especially with all the identity theft and all the things that can happen. And so we're at heart at the Hedges house, we're try to be pretty tight with that thing, though we do have to give it out obviously from time to time. So let me tell you a quick story. So we've been here in Harrisonville at this location for about 18 years, and we ended up signing up under my name, my social, no big deal. And somewhere along the way, because of all the deadbeats in Harrisonville and people that are trying to game the system, the city found it necessary to try to get joint accounts on the utilities, which I understand that because there's a lot of people who are paying, using someone else's name and not owning up to their responsibilities, so on and so forth. So leaving the city perhaps with a big debt collection. I get it. All right, so you got to deal with that stuff. So somewhere they passed an ordinance and they said, hey, we're going to make sure people who sign up give the adults in their home have to give their name, their social security number, and do a joint account. They no longer are going to just let an individual, as myself, take care of the account. So somewhere, I don't know, in the recent past here, they have decided that that's what they're going to do. And instead of grandfathering people like myself, they said, nope, we're not going to do that. We will turn off your power before we let you get away with having someone else in your house. It's an adult, not give us your social security number. And why do they need your social? Well, because they can fast track the collections process. So that's the whole issue. And so how can they do that? Well, that's because under the Federal Trade Commission gives them a variance for utility companies to act as a creditor, like a credit card company. And so a credit card company or a bank or a mortgage company doesn't have to give you service. They don't have to give you a loan. They don't have to extend you credit without you providing their social security number, because then they can leverage you and obviously they can go to collections on you if you don't own up to the debt. So someone somewhere decides that utility companies are in the same situation, though in Harrisonville your utilities are shut off, very rapidly if you miss a payment. But nonetheless, they are clear under that law. So they say you got to give your social security number legally. And you know what? There's really nothing you can do about it, because not just because of that, And there's a Privacy Act 1973 that says you do not have to give your social security number, but the exemption is for these creditors. So you got to do it because of that, but you also got to do it because they're a municipality. And so if this was Evergy, or Osage Valley or what have you, I don't think that they would probably turn off your power. They probably wouldn't even care as long as you're paying your bills, frankly. But and they can't actually, you can't turn off someone's power in the middle of the winter if you're a big utility company like they do here. And so, but anyhow, having said that, we went through a process, and first it was a letter. I don't know how they knew Amy was my adult cohabiting here, but probably look at the tax records or something. It's not hard to find. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then we're like, what do you need? We want you to sign the joint account, and we need your social. And my wife's like, nope, not interested in giving the social. So we just didn't do anything. Then they sent us some more letters. So we said, well, let's see the ordinance. Then we saw the ordinance. Once we saw the ordinance, it says all adults in the home have to provide this information. And that would include your adult children. That would include grandma who moved in, is living with you. You're taking care of her, everybody, every adult in your home. And so I'm like, no, surely they don't expect that. So I called, and guess what? They do. They expect that. I'm like, wow. So when my son turns 18, you expect us to give the Social Security number so he can also be responsible for the bills here at the house. Yes, that's what they expect. Okay. Will they enforce it? Probably not. They're not enforcing it right now on a lot of people in town, but they are enforcing it on me. So they got my wife's name. They know that she lives here. So we're like, okay, we're Christians. We're going to do what we're supposed to, with the exception of the social, because really, do you need it? They say, yeah, we do. So we submitted all the paperwork with the picture ID, driver's license, all that stuff. And it wasn't enough because we did not provide what's more important than money. Social Security number. Offered a letter of guarantee, offered a deposit, offered money. You need some more utility money just so you don't have an interruption of service. What is it that you really want? We want your Social Security number. We can't have any exceptions. We want your Social Security number. Well, my wife's. So we tested it, and guess what? We found out that's what they want. They want your Social Security number and every adult in your home. So they turned off our power today. The gentleman that came out was kind and a nice fellow and empathetic. Everyone's empathetic. But the reality is it doesn't change the law, and it doesn't change enforcement. So if you live in Harrisonville and you don't give your Social Security number to the utility company, to the city utility company, you are subject to have, if you're an adult and you're living in a home, period, you are subject to having your power turned off. Check me out on it. Oh, well, they enforce it? Oh, well, they aren't going to necessarily enforce it. Right. They enforced it on me today. So they could enforce it on you. There's nothing to stop them. So I'm not saying there shouldn't be something to handle the debt collection and all that. I'm not even really, my issue is that every adult in the home, seriously, come on. So it's a warning to y'all. If you don't give your Social Security number, forget your bills. You can pay your bills for 18 years straight, 19 years straight, no problem. That's not what they need. They need your Social Security number because that is more important than your money. And in general, I would tell you all, when your Social Security is more important, your number is more important, your ID is more important than your actual money, we're living in a scary world. So keep that in mind as you go and get credit, extend credit, turn on your power and light bills here in Harrisonville, because you never know if they don't get what they want, they will turn off your water and your power. So, and they can do it. You don't have a leg to stand on. Municipalities and caveats for creditors, give them all the legal room that they need, and they're not subject to the Public Utility Commission either. So here we are, living in a free country. It's great. So God bless you. On my list of problems in life, this is so low, it's not really worth much more of the time than I'm giving it now, but I do want to give you a warning and let you know about it. God bless you real good, and I'll see you soon.